Good morning, guys. Welcome to Butte Mountain Homestead. Today I was in the mood to work in the cottage garden. Yes, I have stuff to finish on the west side, but today I'm working in the cottage garden. And I'm not sure what the lighting's going to do with this video. I can't see the screen, so I'm just going to do the best I can. See, I'm going to do a lot today. I'm going to pull weeds. I already pruned back the salvia. I need to run drip to that Alnwick rose. Chickens are out doing their scooch, which I like and I don't like. I brought a ton of hollyhock transfers, or volunteers I should say. They don't like to be transplanted, but they end up rebounding okay. Because I want hollyhocks along this whole fence. As you can see, those are getting kind of crazy, but that's okay. That's what I want. I want the hollyhocks, and then I want this iceberg white rose to climb as far down as it'll go. I'm going to try to prune it today, but I'm not going to focus on that. I did bring, I know I'm throwing a lot at you, but I'll go over each thing as I'm doing it. But I did bring the copper fungicide out to do the rest on the hollyhocks. Let's see. I'm just going to show you real quick here. Hopefully you can see the label okay. There we go. So, yeah, it says controls powdery mildew, downy mildew, black spot, and rust. Controls peach leaf curl. That's why we sprayed on the peaches. You can use it on vegetables, fruits, nuts, herbs, ornamentals, and turf. So I will just do a very little amount because I'm just doing this spray bottle. I brought the Biotone starter fertilizer to put in the holes where the hollyhocks are, and I think I'm going to get my climbing rose. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the ground, and then hopefully get the post in the ground over the next couple days. Brought drip supplies to run the drip to the rose, and not going too fast to get that drip set up over there so that I can run it to the rose. Lavender's getting ready to bloom. I need to start and restart the fountain because once it shuts off, it doesn't want to restart. So again, just pulling weeds. These were fertilized when I pruned them. So, and you know what? I think that little guy is going to make it after all. It's got a lot of new green growth on it. It's not as big as the other ones, but it'll get there. So I had hoped to be able to move rock today, but I know me, it's already almost lunchtime, so that's not going to happen. That's what 40-mile-an-hour winds do to landscape fabric. That's not, it was stapled down, but it's it's no match for 40-mile-an-hour winds. So yeah, I've been pulling weeds in the path. Got my pruners. I just need to deadhead the hyacinths and the daffodils. Prune back some of the dead on the sweet alyssum. Again, just pulling weeds. And I'm going to fertilize as I go. Hopefully they don't do too much damage. You guys are stinkers. So, anyways, I'm just going to get after it. I am not going to film me because I am a hot mess. And Gina and I just started laughing because I do not like my ears cold. I think I've said it a million times on here. So I have a hat on, like a old, like, oh, not wool cap, but knit cap. And I have it pulled down over my ears. And I look like a mushroom character off of Mario Brothers, the game. He actually started laughing. But anyway, so I'm not going to film me doing it. But as you can see, yeah, I've got weeds to pull. And for some reason, those weeds around that Alnwick rose, they are absolute boogers to pull. I have no idea what is there. But the ground is just as wet as from everything else. I mean, this is on sprinkler system, but it's just crazy. So I do need to stake down the drip going to the oak leaf hydrangea. And I do know that those two are going to eventually merge into each other. So look at that red bud, that western red bud. I am going to do a garden tour. I'm hoping one day this weekend. I just don't know what day because we might be working calves and we don't know what day we're working calves. So yeah, I'm going to do a full tour. I'm debating on if it's going to be a long one, then it's going to be long. I might just kind of talk and go at the same time. It'll be what it is with the weeds in progress, the beds, how they are. I mean, I don't have time. It's never 100% pretty all the time. There's always something going on. So that's what I'm going to film. But there's some things in bloom that I want you to see. Like that red bud. I have the forsythia bloom. Then Eden Rose is going to be loaded this year. I did not get it pruned. So what I'm going to do, again, I'm going to try today, but I don't think it's going to happen. Is I do need to weed some of the branches through the arbor and prune off some that are kind of around the faucet. And I kind of like the look of them around the potting bench. But yeah, it's loaded. And the windstorm the other night, it was almost, I mean, it was halfway. So Jean and I were out here. Again, 40-mile-an-hour winds, and I'm propping up the arbor, and we've got total, I'm going to say redneck. It's not to offend anybody because I'm a total redneck and I'm proud of it. So it's all good, but very hodgepodge put together with wooden stakes, baling. It's not twine. It's just the rope, the nylon rope that goes around bales hay. Oh, so it's very hokey pokey. So anyways, I'm going to get after it, guys. But like I said, I will show you as I'm doing things. So I'll be back. Okay, this is where I'm at. I've got most all the weeds and everything pruned back in here. I missed one daffodil, but I see where the tulips are coming up. I don't think we're going to get very many tulips returning, but gotten the mulch scooched back where it's supposed to be, and I'm seeing where the holes are left for hollyhocks. I can put one right there, you know, in between those two. I need to move the little bird cupid out, or the little, there's a bird that broke off in there somewhere, so I need to dig that out. And then the liriop, I started to prune it, and I just decided to grab a handful of the dried stuff, and it just came right out without me having to use the pruners, so that's good. The pincushion flower is coming back, so that's really nice. The lamb's ear took a little bit of a hit with the frost, but it's, I mean, that thing has quadrupled since I divided it. So it'll be nice with the purple flowers. And then this one was what I divided from. But so I think I'm going to, I have some echinacea in there. I have some spots where I can put the echinacea. See, there's some along here. I have some gaps I see. So I have plenty. So I can do that. And then here's the little area I'm going to run the drip to the rose. I'm going to come off of that supply line. So what waters all of this and all of this will water the rose, and that's on a timer. So I just scooched back the mulch, and then I'll just run just the 1/4-inch drip tube up to it, and then I have a little piece, or I have a little fan emitter. So let's see, and it is starting to sprinkle, but I still have a lot of hollyhocks left, so I'm not sure I will use them all in here. But there's 3 of them that I got. Look at, they're so mad at me. Oh gosh. So there's some mulch I need to scooch back. But yeah, I put in some Biotone starter fertilizer in there. There's lots of worms under there, so that was nice. So I've got those, and I put the landscape fabric back over it. So I just need to water those in. One nice thing about these is I'm also going to treat them with the copper fungicide, because see, there's some right down there. So I want to kind of nip it before it comes on. Need to get these sprayed badly. But these, one nice thing about these is these are on the downhill from the beds, so they get kind of extra water. So that's nice. Yeah, I've just been pulling weeds and fixing mulch. The hydrangea's coming back really good. I do need to get some soil acidifier on there though. I would like it to be more of a blue bloom, but that's not going to happen in our soil, so I'll try. But there's the red bud up close. So pretty. This is that Texas Ranger. It's put on a lot of growth too. So, and I was considering putting hollyhocks in here, but that Texas Ranger is going to go to the fence. And then that red bud, which I think I need to prune next year, because I don't want those branches down low. I want it to look more like a tree. Is the red bud will fill up, the hydrangea will fill up that whole corner. So this hydrangea, this oak leaf hydrangea, will literally take up every square inch. These will all end up touching at one point, all of this. Yep, you won't see, I give it maybe 2 or 3 years and you won't see, I don't know that I'll even be able to walk back in here without it being like winter time. So, and the sun keeps coming in and out, in and out. So I will get these fertilized, but I'm running out of oomph. I need some lunch. So I'm gonna do the drip really quick on this and feed that rose. No, I'll feed everything after lunch. That way I can hand water it all in. And I need to, like I said, I need to put one more hollyhock over there. Thing is I don't know what color those are. And I know that those are all pink. So I know nothing is black that I have in here, so it should be all fine. So it's either going to be white or like a bright pink. It's going to be one of those. So, and then here's the back side of that flower bed. So, alrighty. I'm going to do the drip real quick. Sorry for the glare and the horrible lighting, but it is what it is. So, I did notice on this oak leaf hydrangea, and I plucked one off, but then I thought, well, maybe, oh, so here's a really good point. So because you don't prune these back at all you do is the spent blooms is, so I can come in right now, and I will, and just take my pruners. So let me go get them and I'll show you. So all you do on oak leaf hydrangeas and the microphylla, I think I'm still saying that wrong, but anyways, the ones that are like the old school blue and pink one, is those bloom on old wood. So you don't, all you do is you prune off the blooms. That's it. You know, the old blooms once they're spent. So without making you dizzy. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to do, let's see, make sure I got you on screen. There we go. Is this, I'm just going to clip it right there. And that's it. But the reason why I was showing you this is this leaf right here, I don't know what that's all about. And it feels crunchy. It feels dead. So I plucked one off earlier. And and there's another little one right here too. Actually, that one's more pliable. So I'm going to leave it. There's lots of new growth down there. So yeah, I'm just going to fertilize them and that's it. And then I'll pick that up and put it in the bucket. But got a full bucket. I've got a trusty helper. He's after the fertilizer. That stuff is like candy to them, which is not good for them. Lewis. He knows. So, okay guys, I'm going to get after this drip and then going for some lunch. So I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so I tapped into the line right down there and just ran it all the way up to here. And then there's the little fan emitter. So, yeah, and these weeds are legit. They're not coming out. They keep breaking off, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But, so now I'm going to cover it up. And I think I already fertilized that with the flower, that flower stuff I got, the liquid. So I'm not going to fertilize that. But I'm going to fertilize everything real quick. I'm going to cover this up and then going for some lunch. So I'll see you after lunch. So a little bit of change of plans. Jean called me and said that they're gathering the herd so we can work them tomorrow after all. So we're just out here dividing and conquering. So I'm going to pay attention so I don't go over into a ditch somewhere. So anyways, let me get up here real quick, just because it's kind of bumpy. So, I'm being pretty cooperative. Hope you can hear me over the wind, but I'm going to kind of shut it down from here. But anyways, what I'm doing for a little bit, and then I'll be back in the garden in a little while. See ya in a little bit. Okay, so I'm back home. That didn't take us very long. It was a gorgeous day, actually. But at lunchtime, I was kind of watch what I filmed. That way, if it doesn't turn out, then I can either redo it or just delete it right away. But when I was doing that, I noticed that the buddleias were a little haggard looking. They had all these dead ends, dead bloom stalks. So this one I just trimmed. I missed, I think, a couple. But so I'm going to go in. I'm going to take all the bloom ends off, all the dead stuff off, and then just prune it back. Some people cut them all the way to the ground, but where I live, it's not necessary. I do see that it's chlorotic. I knew it was last year too. That's where they start. They can't take up any iron because the pH blocks it, or high pH blocks it from absorbing. So I think I will go get the EDDHA chelated iron and just sprinkle it around the drip line, which is all the way out. I did move the scrap wood pile over there because this is where I walk and I was tired of tripping on it. So so yeah, I'm just going to get this all trimmed back, and then if I have a spot, let me see, I'm trying to see where a good example would be. So like this end is kind of scruffy, is what I'll do is I'll take it back to where it'll form a new division. So either back here and just cut it right there. I'm not going to cut it above where it's already splitting off. I want to create a new one. So I'm going to cut it off there. This one I'll cut probably, oh geez, all the way down to here. And then I'll trim this end off. Same with all of them. If there's a sparse in between, I'll just take them down to the next one and just get all the tips off. So it won't take me that long, but I'll show you when I'm done. Let me see if I can find my pruners. And then let me show you. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to try to do this one-handed. But so this one I'm going to take, see there's a fork right there. Where is it? Right there. I'm going to take it all the way down to here. I might even go back to like there. And then just get all these tips off. All the way down. All the way down. So I'm just going to do that for the whole thing. I don't want this video to be super long. So I'm not going to put the drip on the other side on this one. I'm just going to keep it this part of the cottage garden. Okay, that looks way better. So I'm going to do the hollyhocks real quick, and then I'm going to go get that chelated iron, and then I'll show you. It's going to go on top of landscape fabric because that's what we have, but I'll just water it in. I could do it around the root ball, but most things want to do it around the drip line. So we'll see. We'll see. But I did mix up some of the copper fungicide. That's not even close to a gallon. And it's like 1/2 to 2 ounces per gallon. So I literally just did like just a glug. I don't know. Maybe 1/2 teaspoon, I guess. And it's really blue. So I'm just going to get after it. I'm going to spray underneath the best I can. I may have to make up some more, but I want these to be magnificent. So I don't want them to look gross, and that rust makes them look gross. So I probably will have to make up probably 2 or 3 batches, I'm imagining. So I'm just going to spray the leaves. See if I can do this without putting my finger in the frame. And I'm going to show you on top, but So if the spray bottle will work. So just spray it, and then I'm going to just kind of get underneath. So I'm going to do the top right now while I'm showing you. And hopefully the breeze doesn't pick up and I'm... yeah, the breeze is picking up. So anyways, I'm just going to do this until I run out, and then I make some more. Okay, surprisingly, I only used about that much. And I really went to town, so it wasn't that bad. I could use the rest of this to do the ones in the garden, but I'm not doing that today because, like I said, I'm focusing on this. I did get the 2 echinacea planted, and they weren't rooted in yet, but they're fine. They'll be fine. They'll rebound. So I'm going to go get that chelated iron and then get this watered in, and then I'll wrap up this video. So here's the EDDHA iron chelate. I think I bought this off of Amazon, but I think, or I know, gardenanswer.com, Laura and Aaron from Garden Answer, on their website, I think they carry this now, and this is what they use. So I'm just going to literally sprinkle it around the drip line. Let me show you what it looks like. Hold on. Okay, it is literally like beet red. And I'm just going to I'm not going to use this scooper. I'm just going to literally just sprinkle it around. You can do you on this part. Can follow the instructions to the T, or like I said, you do you. But I'm just going to literally just sprinkle it little bits around. Same with that one. And then I'm going to take the hose and get everything watered in. I'm done for the day. There's still some weeds left, but everything has fertilizer. Everything that needs soil acidifier has it. I treated that. Yeah, I'm good. I think I'm good. So I'm really happy with this. So anyways, I'll show you when it's all done and watered in. Then I'll wrap this up. So this is how much I used. And what I ended up doing was so I did do it all around there. And then I took one scoop, and I just did it at the root ball of each one. And now I'm going to water it in. Okay, everything's all watered in. Looks pretty darn good to me. I'm very happy with it. Got it done in one day. So I'm extremely happy. So it's supposed to get a little bit of rain tomorrow, but that'll even water it in a little bit more. Yeah, that corner's a little hokey, but that's how it is. It's still beautiful to me. What I should do is test the water to the rose, but I'll find out in the morning if it comes on or not, or if it's got some moisture around there or not. So anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. If you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Share with all your friends and all that good stuff. So anyways, guys, catch you on the next video. Next one should be the garden tour, I'm hoping. If not, it'll be this drip over here behind me, but the garden tour will be soon. So remember to always be kind and do what makes you happy. Thanks, guys. Bye.